Yeah, but Attorney De Guia, to your point, as you acknowledge these confidence-building statements, if not measures, doesn't that at the very least buy this still relatively new government some level of good faith and, for that matter, some level of time to prove their sincerity and capacity to the International Criminal Court? Does that not give them standing to say that, look, we understand where you're coming from, but we're new. But even the CHR is acknowledging that we have been issuing these confidence-building statements, if not taking some confidence-building actions.
You know, Robbie, that's quite accurate, no? Because if we try to look at the statements of the new government, they are not totally closing their doors in the ICC probe. The mere fact that they are engaging in the process is itself indicative that there is hope about this new administration. And the fact that they did say that they're going to engage even out of committee is a welcome development than having no engagement at all from the government. And we do hope that in the long run, they will pursue accountability. They will be sincere in strengthening the DOJ review panel. They will make sure that the NBI now moves fast forward investigation and that this cases reaches the NPS so that appropriate charges can be filed, and there is no more unilateral assertion of non-laban, and it is the courts that will decide with finality, based on the evidence that will be brought before them, whether or not indeed there were alleged cases of EJK.
The proposed 2023 budget under the NEP for CHR is a little over 800 million. That's 120 million more or less shy of your budget for this year, and around half of your proposed budget for next year, which I think is around 1.6 billion. How does that affect your operations?
No, Ed, we were hoping that our proposal for 1.6 billion will be endorsed by the Department of Budget Management because we want to be more relevant. We want to make sure that we are able to act on more cases. And the slash, for example, in the proposed budget of the DBM in terms of our MOE will greatly hamper the services being given by our regional offices. Everyone knows that we only have 16 regional offices. We don't have offices at the municipal as well as city level. And it is very crucial, therefore, for our 16 regional offices to reach far-flung areas and to maintain our accessibility communications-wise. And therefore, the slash of 118 million in our MOE will greatly hamper our services. That is not to mention, of course, that we are proposing another 800 million for new and expanding projects. And these new expanding projects, for example, range from the establishment of the Human Rights Institute, which will deepen the understanding of the public about human rights, popularizing our findings about the climate change report. Again, a landmark initiative done by the CHR. Climate change is very relevant right now. We want to make sure that government is able to act on our recommendations as well as other stakeholders. And then, of course, we want to make sure that we are able to continue our financial assistance program to victims of human rights violations. Not to mention, of course, that we also want to make sure that we are able to upgrade our vehicles because while we are thankful for the previous administration in providing us many vehicles which increased our accessibility to far-flung areas, most of these vehicles have already aged. And we want to make sure that they are upgraded together with the equipment of our staff.